YouTube podcast world, you already know what it is. Pace and Plays podcast here. Going to give y'all week 13 of the NFL season. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, pass the word around. I apologize. No good Friday last week, the last 2 weeks. Password resettings, man, accounts, man, it may make you wait 48 hours. So by the time I did that, it was too late. So we'll keep up and catch up with everything. We'll probably do conference championship for college football tomorrow. So tune in for that. But let's get right into it. We got Thursday night football. Seattle Seahawks traveling to Jerry World, take on the Cowboys. Cowboys are minus 9-point favorites. I got the Cowboys to win, Seahawks to cover. There's too much science. It's a Thursday night game, and I think I've been pretty accurate with picking the dog if I'm picking the Thursday night game. Um, I just see it kind of a bounce back, but you know, I wouldn't put my money on it, and I think it'll be kind of it's a toss up game, bro, because it's a Thursday. All right, I think Cowboys still win, but you have to really wonder if Geno Smith gonna show up. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Titans are plus 2-point underdogs. I got Colts to win the cover. Not too much science behind it. Both teams kind of stink to me. It's just pretty much, do you like Gardner Minshew or do you like Will Levis? And then you got to worry about Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry, I mean, was against the Panthers last week, so it's not really shocking, but not too much science about this game. I'm going to stay away from this game. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints. Saints plus 4-point underdogs. In this spot, you will just take the Saints, man, but you're going to have to take the Lions, man. And I had to sit there and think about it. Dan Campbell was from New Orleans as the coach when he was there. You have to worry about, he knows about Carmichael. He knows about Dennis Allen because he was all under the same staff of Sean Payton. That is very concerning if you're a Saints fan because this guy knows everything, bro, and nothing has changed for the Saints. Tired of inconsistent play. Think about it. I had Saints as the best bet, one of my best bets, and if I don't know why why did they run that play a second before the fourth quarter? I mean, if they would have just relaxed and then ran the play in the fourth quarter, the first play in the fourth quarter, I'd have been okay with that. But come on, man, pick six. Derek Carr, I don't think this guy is it. And then the injury bug is killing him. Black Sheep was hurt during the game. Olave is in concussion protocol. I'm going to go with the Lions to bounce back in this game. The motivation behind Dan Campbell to come back to New Orleans and get a dub. Next game, we got the LA Chargers traveling to New England. Patriots plus 6-point underdogs. I've got the Patriots to cover, Chargers to win. There's too much science. Both teams fucking suck. They're trash. Billy Bob, you need to go to. You need to go to, bro. I don't know who wins this game. I'm not even going to talk about no more, honestly. Next game, we got Arizona Cardinals traveling to Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Steelers are minus 4.5-point underdog favorites. I got the Cardinals to win the cover. I think this is a letdown spot. You telling me Steelers put up 400 yards and still only scored 16 points? That's very concerning to me. And, Cardinals, they ain't got really much to play for. But if you're Murray, you're trying to making sure I think he's a franchise quarterback still. And he's going to be competitive nature. I don't see him trying to give up. But I do like the 4.5, but I do think they can actually win this game outright. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Meadowlands to take on the Jets. Jets are plus 2.5-point underdogs. I got the Jets to win the cover. It's crazy. I realized I faded Atlanta almost every week. And if you would have faded Atlanta, you would have been up. You would have been 6-5, right? Because they're 5-6. So if you would have faded them with me, you actually would have won some profit. I just how I look at it, bro, because I don't really like Ridder. But now you're playing in the cold, and now you're playing at the Jets, who got a good defense. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 20 to 17 game, 17-10 game, something like that, because that defense is going to show up and shut down Ridder. Then you already know at that point they're going to run the ball with Bijan, who had a good game last week, but whole new defense. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins. They will be traveling to the DMV to take on the Commanders. Commanders are plus 10-point underdogs. I got the Commanders to cover, Dolphins to win. And I just think after the way Washington got blew out on Thanksgiving, they have to bounce back some way, right? And I know Miami covers these spreads against trash teams, but I think Riverboat Ron has something to fight for. You fire Del Rio and the secondary coach, so I'm assuming you're going to be calling the plays. I'm kind of wondering how that's going to go, but I think it's a little competitive just because of that. Next game, you got the Denver Broncos traveling to Houston Texans. Texans minus 3.5-point favorites. I got the Houston Texans to win the cover. I don't like the minus 3.5. I'm not really a hook person unless I'm picking it as a dog. But I do think they found a way to win this game. And Russell Wilson, let's be real, he's been game management, but it's been mid. It hasn't been top tier. I think he got maybe one more year in him, but I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game. This is a toss up, but I really don't like the 3.5 on the hook, so I'm gonna stay away from that. Next game, we have the Carolina Panthers traveling to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Panthers plus 5.5-point underdogs. I love the Panthers to win and cover this game. I do. I would love it more if it's at 6. Listen, Tepper, I talked about this for like the last couple of days. He came into Carolina, he came into Charlotte and just destroyed that organization. You trade your first pick away, you trade DJ Moore away, and now you fire your coach, quarterback not playing good. But I see a resurgence because of that. That's why I'm going with them, because they had nothing to play for, but they had no reason to lose because they had already, technically the first overall pick, but that goes to the Bears. So I think they have to win some of these games. And Tampa, I don't really know, man. I don't really know about this team. I think Baker, you gave him a shot, but the defense can't stop nobody secondary wise. So you got to wonder that in this division rival game, man, how much closer can it be? So I'm going to go with the Panthers to cover, but I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game just because of the resurgence. Next game, we got the game of the week. We got the 49ers traveling to Philly to take on the Eagles. Niners minus 3-point favorites. I got the Niners to win the cover. And it's just because how many times can the Eagles come back from double digits, et cetera, at the half, and then have to miraculously come back off of miraculous comebacks and comebacks. I respect it, but how many times can you do that? And the way the 49ers are starting to play again, they're very consistent. The injury bug is not around, and I see them getting their little revenge and going back to Philly and winning this game. It would be a great game to watch. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to LA to take on the Rams. Rams are minus 3.5-point favorites. I got the Rams to win the cover. I respect this Browns defense, but yeah, bro, the quarterback spot just ain't it. I have some decisions with that. The injury bug is starting around. I think Garrett was left the game with a sling. That's not a good sign. Stafford looked like he could throw the ball again. And if you could run the ball, if you're the Rams, which they did very well last week, if you could run the ball, I think you have an opportunity to win this game easily because, play action fake and Stafford's going to find a way, bro. So give me the Rams to cover the minus 3.5. I love it more once it hits minus 3 or minus 2.5. Sunday night football. We'll talk about that and Monday night. Kansas City Chiefs, Packers plus 6.5-point underdogs. I got the Packers to cover, Chiefs to win. It's just one of those type of games, man. And it's a primetime game. Let's look at the over-under. Over-under is at 42.5. I got to go in under. These primetime unders was, by the way, that they're 22-3. I almost should have did an under on the game last night because that's how I had a feeling that's how it was going to be. Packers defense has some resurgence. Jordan Love is playing pretty well. You almost have to wonder. I think this game will be. It was close when Jordan Love played at Arrowhead when he had to come in for A-Rod. It's the same quarterback you're going against, so you know who you're dealing with, right? It's almost the same system. They know who they're dealing with. It's almost everything except for Karlaftis, and their secondary is kind of straight for the Chiefs. But I can see it game-winning touchdown. Well, game-winning field goal, should I say, and that will cover the 6.5 for the Packers. Lastly, we got Monday Night Football, man. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, the Bengals versus Duval Jaguars. You already know, Jacksonville, Duval County. Shout out to y'all. Minus 7.5-point favorites for the Jags. I got them to win the cover, bro, and there's not too much science. They're the better team. There's no Jake Burrow. I almost feel like you got to just lose these games. I don't really know if you're the Bengals. What's the over-under in this game? 38. Oh, God. I think that might just go over. 38, that's really low. I think last night it was 44, 45 on Monday Night Football. So 38 for a total like that, that's very low. But you guys, Continue to like the content, subscribe. Like I said, I will do championship college football tomorrow, so we can get these little last minute bets because they start Friday, and then of course we'll have Good Friday as well. As always, guys, let's be safe out here and let's get this bread.